Hello everyone, and welcome back on another episode with Whatever Asmaa Says. So if I had to choose that one question that I received the most on social media, that would definitely be how to apply to a Korean university. And that might seem like an easy question, but it's actually not, right?
Definitely isn't.
Since I went through the whole process of applying to the Korean government scholarship program, it was a little bit different from the usual applying process. So that's why today I brought with me this very special and honorable guest. La la la. And she's studying with me in Dongguk University, and she went through the process from A to Z, so she's here to explain everything to you. But before digging in, I want to say that this video is also part of COFIS's project called Vivid Korea that aims to promote studies in Korea as well as the coexistence between all the cultures existing here. So, gogoshing! Now, please introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Sita Lakshmi, and I'm an Indian from Dubai. I've been in Korea for a little over a year and a half, and I'm currently studying MBA, Global MBA with Asmaa in the same university, Dongguk University. I came here for the first time about 3 years ago, I think, and it was a very good experience. It was a mini vacation. I came here with my mom, and the purpose was to look around, search for universities and stuff like that. Yeah.
And you ended up staying here?
Yes, of course. As you know, I'm still here with you. I ended up studying here. This is the best decision of my life, trust me. Yep.
So, as you know, applying to a Korean university is really complicated. And especially if you don't live here, you go to the website, it's in Korean.
Yeah.
It's all overwhelming.
Yes.
You know how it is.
Yep.
So, would you please tell our viewers where did you start from and how you chose your university?
All right. So the first thing is that, as I mentioned before, the mini vacation that I had with my mom, it wasn't just to have fun, but it was also to go around looking for universities. So the first thing that I would suggest is if you don't have the same access to actually visit the country, it would be very good if you could maybe go through a few websites about Korea and how foreigners feel in Korea and students in Korea, and then get a feel of if you actually want to study in Korea or not. Because a lot of you might be very interested in the country, but you need to know what the country is actually like and how it is, what kind of an environment it is for foreigners. And the second thing that I took care about was the application. That is very important. So what you could do is these days you have all the websites in English, most of them. I wouldn't say all, but I would say mostly. And if you're looking at the prestigious universities like the Ivy League of Korea, the Sky universities, or if you're looking at any top 10 or top 20 universities in Korea, all of them offer websites in English these days. And they have a lot of details. It's usually spring semester and autumn semester. That's how it usually goes in Korea. So you go to the website and you see how it is. And they have a lot of details about the documents, what is to be prepared and everything. Yeah.
But another thing I would advise you is to also go and Google, please. Because if you just type in study in Korea on Google, the first thing that would pop up is the governmental website of studies here. And they have a lot of informations for you, programs and universities and which universities are good for which majors and just campus life in general, foreigners' experiences and opinions there. You'll find literally everything. So just go check it out. I'm sure every single foreigner who studies here have checked it out.
And also Korea is getting really popular these days, right? So like she said, Google is your best friend. When you type study in Korea, you have a lot of websites that pop up. Seriously, trust me.
True.
Trust us.
So another question I want to ask you is, when do applications exactly start? Because you mentioned spring semester and fall semester, but when does it really start? Which month?
Even if you do have the spring and autumn semesters for universities, their application time period would be completely different. So for me, it started well in the winter months. It was around, I think, October or November, which means that you have to know that, okay, so you have to start preparing well in advance. It's sometime maybe 2 or 3 months before spring, which is usually in March. That's when the semester begins. So you have to keep track of time. That's very important. That's very important.
True.
Yeah.
And I would also advise you to like go check the website of the university of your choice, because they have all the informations there, all the deadlines, which documents to prepare, when to prepare them, because deadlines are a serious deal here. Like you cannot miss that.
They're very particular about their deadline in Korea, and they wouldn't usually make an exception unless it's very urgent and you probably missed it because of a very strong reason. Yeah.
So, talking about application procedures, what are the main documents that come to your mind?
So, if you ask me, well, the thing that comes at the top of my head is probably your grade sheets, obviously, transcripts with the apostille. You have to get it attested with the university and the government of the country that you're from. And you have to have all your visa and passport details ready, necessary copies, photographs. In my experience, photographs, I always have to search for them around my house. So the first thing you should do is probably get out of your house and go and take photographs. And the application form is usually found on the website of the university itself, so you don't have to worry about that. And many websites have their own specifications for the documents required. So again, website of the university.
Listen to her. She knows.
Yes.
But also, you need to make sure that your program is in English or in Korean, because if it's in Korean, maybe you need to have like a certification in Korean, like topic, or just like literally go to a language school before you go to university.
So for us, we didn't really have that because Dongguk University offers the MBA, global MBA courses in English, global MBA. So. And many universities do, but it would be very helpful if you checked beforehand if your courses are going to be in English or not.
So having the Korean government scholarship, I definitely get a lot of questions from people like, how do I get this scholarship? And like, because they choose really few people from every country. So people feel that there's a lot of competition and maybe they cannot do it. So I want to ask you if there are, like, other than the KJSP scholarship, is there other like scholarships given by the university itself?
Well, for Dongguk University, we have the International Students Discount. That is a kind of a scholarship, but not really. But including Dongguk University and many other universities in Korea, what they do is, if you study very hard, if you study really well, they do tend to waive off a certain percentage of your tuition fee. And if you manage to get all A pluses or a perfect GPA for that particular semester, then yes, they would waive off your entire tuition fee. But depending on the number of students, of course, because if there are a lot of students who've gotten a lot of A pluses, then it really depends on the percentage difference. So don't worry about it. There are a lot of scholarship chances, other chances for scholarships.
So you mentioned that you've been in Korea for already more than 1 year and a half.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, how has been your experience overall so far?
Well, since I voluntarily left Dubai to come and study here, I would say it's been a very good experience. It's been wonderful, and I never thought it would be this different in a good way, of course. And but you have to remember that you are a foreigner in Korea, so don't forget. If people look at you differently or if people think differently about you, it's very normal because you're in a very different environment. So just try to have fun, don't stress out. And studying is just a part of your university life, but it's not the university life, which means you do get a lot of chances to travel and you have to travel because it just opens your eyes and shows you a lot about Korea. It's not just about the entertainment industry or whatever, but it's also about the history and culture. So once you get to know about the history and culture, you understand what people feel like over here, and you tend to have fun. You tend to have more fun that way.
True.
Yeah.
And I feel like the whole experience here gets even better when you meet like different people from different countries.
Oh, yes. Oh,
like
yes, yeah.
that's the beauty of Korea, because
Yeah.
you just like go to a classroom and there's one from Africa, one from Asia, one from
exactly.
Europe. From
Our
literally-
class even, like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have people from different countries in our class.
That's true.
It's a really very diverse community, and you get to see different kinds of people from different kinds of backgrounds, suffering in their own way, and having their own stories to tell.
Yeah, and different perspectives, like things
Exactly.
you might not even like think of.
About. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
So that was it for today. I hope you really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your information. And yeah, see you again in another video with Sita, hopefully.
Yep, and don't forget to... What? Wait, are you gonna do that or not?
You can do it for me. Do it.
Okay, can you do it again?
No,
Sorry.
just do it.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to whatever Asma says.
Oh, yes.
I'll be watching you guys.
You watch out. 감사합니다. Woo!